So hi everyone, my name is Vianey Valencia Gomez for VD's Notary Service here in Liberty, Texas. So if you're wondering how to do the title transfer process for your vehicle, this is in general, a video on how to proceed that process. So again, I do notary public work. I do also that the auto title transfers. I do income tax and much more, guys. Okay. So how to go about a Texas transfer title application. So as you can see, this is in general an a Texas title. A blue title is good. It means it's a clean title. Give me a second. It's slipping off. Okay. So I'm covering up important information from on the title. I want to keep this private for the owner as well, making sure that I'm hiding any important information. Okay. So as you can see, the owner has already signed off on the title in the front, and the lien holder as well has signed off and also put the date of the lien. First lien release date, so they put that as well. Those are some very important factors that the first and foremost, the lien holder has signed off and dated it. And then also the owner has signed right here off on the title, but the owner doesn't have to sign the front, but it would be wise that the owner signs the front. Because then on the back is the most important thing is that Alejandro signed where it says the signature of the seller or the agent. So he is the seller and he signed off on it, and then he also printed his name. I'm also hiding his last name, so just keeping it very private. Okay, and then so like I said, the very back part is very important. If I kind of put it a little closer, you would have to put the name of the purchaser. So if it's you, you would have to put the name of yourself on there. Or if you're the owner, you would have to put the name of the purchaser who bought it from you, which is the buyer, their street, their mailing address. That would be perfect to put on there. The odometer, I just kind of leave it blank, but the date of the sale has to be put on there. As you can see, it's not on there, and that's a big no-no. If you don't put the date of sale on there, it just leaves you more liable for mistakes to happen, like violations, like passing tolls and stuff like that. I'm just telling you from experience that it is very good to put the date of the sale because you want that title to be transferred as quickly as possible, so that way you're not liable for anything that may come along the way. So have that date of sale on there, and also have the name of the buyer, have their signature, and then print as well. So the very back is very important because also when you're doing the title application, when you fill in this application, you would have to put, or that person would have to put all of their information, but it's very important, guys. So as you can see, I've already showed you exactly what a title application looks like. Oops, something came off. Oh, I see. So that's a clean title. A blue title is very good. If it's like a brown or gold color, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. But in most cases, sometimes for salvage, excuse me, it'll have like a brown color. Excuse me. Or when it's a bonded title, it will also have that brown around it, brownish gold. What other circumstances may happen? But in any case, this is a very clean title. It's not salvaged or anything. It's all good. Okay, so you can get this form at your local tax assessor collector office where you go pick up your titles. Where you can go pick up your registration or your plates or pay your taxes. That's exactly where you would have to go. Just make sure you know exactly where your tax assessor collector office is at, DMV office. So you'd have to go there. You can get one there, or you can go online to the website, which is www.txdmv.gov. You can go on there, look up the application. By the way, the form is 130U. Then it will have you download it on your computer and then print it off. On your mobile device, I'm not very familiar doing it on the mobile device. It would be probably set up the same way, and then just have you download it on your mobile device and then have you print it off. You can air print or however you would print. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of explain a little bit of the application for the title transfer or registration, however you want to do. But if you're doing a transfer, a general transfer, you're ready to get the title and the registrations, then this is how you would do it. So I'm just going to go over a couple of the most essential stuff. So if we're looking at the title application, by any means necessary, fill out every other white part. As you can see on that very gray area where it says tax office use only, do not, I repeat, do not write in that box. That box is for the tax office only. For a tax assessor collector who is helping you do the application when you go take in all your stuff, you do not fill that part out. You only fill out all of this other stuff. Okay? So let's say you're doing the title and the registrations, you're ready to get everything transferred in that person's name. You would put in that box where it says title and registration. Then you would move on to vehicle description, check that box as well. Then you would put in all of the vehicle information that's on the title, such as the VIN number, the year, the make, the body style, the model, etc. Once you have filled out that part of the portion, then you will move on to the next part, where is the application type. If you are the owner and you are ready to transfer to the new owner, your buyer, it would be individual. Now, business, government, trust, or nonprofit doesn't come up very often, but if it does, make sure that you are checking the box indicated that is best fitting for the process, for the application. But in general, it's just individual, and then just proceed to the rest of that other information. You would have to put the applicant's ID number. As you can see, it says or FEN/EIN. The EIN is an employer identification number. That's where you would put it. Then what type of ID? Then you would put the type of ID, whether it's a U.S. driver's license, a passport, etc. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Then you would put the applicant's first name or the entity name. You would have to put that person's name. So let's just say it's my name. I would have to put my first, middle, and last name. So it would be Vianey Valencia Gomez, and then I would put my mailing address, and then I would move on to the rest. It was also asking you for a additional applicant. Then you would just put the additional applicant. Let's say I want to put my husband's name on the title as well, then I would also put my husband's name. And then we will move on to the rest. Just fill in all of the important information on there. And like I said, if you need help with the title application, just please let me know. I would love to help you in any type of way. Also, the most important part of this application is the sales and use tax computation. It pretty much means that how much is it going to cost you? That's always the most important thing that you want to know. How much is it going to cost you? Now, I live in Liberty County, so I have to go to the Liberty County Court Tax Assessor Collector Office, which I have been plenty of times, and they go by their title fee is different, and the sales tax is always going to be the same. You will always get taxed to do the transfer, and in the state of Texas, it is 6.25%. times how much was the sales. So let's just say it was 2,500, which is 2,500. The sales tax that comes out of that is $156.25. Now the title fee application here in Liberty is $35.50, plus the $74 of the registration. Now the registration could differ between counties, exactly where you live in that county. So that would differ, but the grand total for this that goes straight to the tax assessor collectors, whether you're paying cash, credit, or a check. Well, actually, it depends. There's like a fee if you use a card or a check or whatever. But the grand total would be $265.75. That's just in general of what would it cost for this specific vehicle. That's how much it would cost. Now, like if your vehicle cost you 500, 800, like in this case 2,500, then you would just multiply it by the sales tax. Then you would add the title fee and the registration, and then that's your total. But like I said, it's not, there are other things that come into play, whether you're a new residence tax, you would add that as well. Or if it's an even trade, a gift, a rebuild salvage fee, things like that. You'd have to put all that in there too. And if there was a tax and penalty due, then, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of different things that come into play. But the most important for the application, if you're the owner or you're the purchaser, you would have to have your signature here. If you're the purchaser, you would have to sign on that second line and then print your name and date it as well. Very important. The seller or the owner can have their name and they can sign it and print it as well. But the most important is just you having to sign that application, saying that everything on there is true in the best of your knowledge, and that, etc. Exactly what it says there. You're just certifying that everything on there is true. So what is it that you would need for the title transfer process? You would need the application filled out, whether it's in front of a tax assessor collector or such as myself, that I dedicate myself to doing title transfers. You would have to have all this filled out, or I can help you as well fill it out, and you would just have to sign it and print your name and date it. Or if you're the owner, you would have to have that purchaser, the new owner, would have to sign for the signature of the applicant on there, and then have the signature as well. Okay, and then the date. And so you would have to have the application of the I-30U. You would have to have the title signed on where I have told you. The lien holder has to have that signed. Oops. Okay. So this front has to be, if there's a lien holder, a first lien holder, a second, a third, whatever, they'd have to sign it and date it. You as the owner can sign the front. That would be the best choice. But like I said, most importantly, the back has to be filled out. The name of the, you're the owner. You would have to sign that, and then also the new owner would have to sign the back too as well, and then the date of sale. And you could just pretty much fill in the blanks. Also, the tax assessor collectors, they do that as well. They fill in the blanks where you haven't. But most importantly, our signatures, dates, and the application filled out itself. And if it's a vehicle that hasn't been running, let's say it hasn't been running for a whole year. So with COVID, I've had a lot of people already do their title transfers, and they haven't been able to register the vehicle since COVID hit until now of 2020. That vehicle needs an inspection. So your vehicle needs to be inspected. It needs to be inspected, and it needs to have insurance. Very important to have the insurance, because without the inspection, you need to have it insured as well. So the vehicle needs to be insured in your name. It needs to be inspected. You need to have the title in hand with the signatures on there and dates as well. The application needs to be filled out, and you need to pay. They'll figure it out. You don't have to figure out how much, but you do need to know how much is the vehicle, how much you got it for. So let's just say you got it for 1,000, a small little Honda. Let's say a small little Honda at 2,000, and you got it for $1,000. Okay, so you need to write that also on the application, or let them know that that's how much it was for, and they'll also have you printed on there with a pen on there. And I think that's it, guys. That's pretty much it for a general auto title transfer, the process of it. That's pretty much it. And then if you have the bill of sale, even better. Usually the owner of the vehicle does a bill of sale. They make sure that they're not in charge of it anymore. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much it. Oh, and once you present all those following stuff, the documents that you would need. So like I said, you need that application of the I-30U. You need the title filled out with signatures and dates on it. You would need your ID, whether it's the whatever you're presenting right there, like the ID, like the passport, the driver license, etc. You would need that. And in the inspection and insurance. That's it, guys. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this was very helpful for me to explain. If there was something that maybe I didn't explain or I overly explained and you need help of the more to elaborate, then I'd be happy to help you elaborate. Now, before I end this video, it is not the same process for a bonded title. A bonded title or a certified copy. A certified copy of your title, let's just say you lose the title. That would be considered a bonded title, guys. When you lose a title, it would be considered a bonded title. You would need, like, let's say I lost this title. And of course, Alejandro is the owner of the title, the owner of the vehicle. I haven't transferred it in my name, but I lost the title. And I haven't been able to get a hold of Alejandro because he didn't sign the front, or he didn't sign the most important part, was the back. And I haven't found him. I've tried every type of resource to get in contact with him, and I have not gotten in contact with him. He hasn't signed the title, so then that would be considered bonded title because you were unable to get a hold of the owner. Or the lien holder, if you have a lien holder on the title and they didn't sign or date it, then that would also be considered bonded title if you haven't gotten in contact with the in this case it's a dealership, and they're, you just can't find them and they didn't sign it and date it, then it would be considered bonded title. Now, most dealerships, sometimes they get out of commission, they're out of business. Let's just say Vivi's Notary Service is a dealership. I'm also a dealer, and I just decided that this year I'm not going to be a dealer. And the new buyer is looking for me, and they can't get a contact or get in hold of me, then that, like I said, that would be considered a bonded title. But if I'm still in commission, I'm still in service, I'm still in business, Vivi's Notary Service, and all I have to do is just sign it and date it of the when the lien was released. So I would have to put that in there as well. Okay, guys? So like I said, bonded title is a little bit different process, and I will also explain that on another video of the bonded title process. It's a lot more trickier, extensive. There are different circumstances as to regarding on a bonded title and exactly what you would need. It does cost a lot more. So a title runner such as myself would really need the cooperation of the other person to do this, the bonded title process. There's a lot that goes in a bonded title. It's a lot more lengthier and extensive, and it costs more for a bonded title. And I will also be explaining that in a later process. But in general, if you're just doing a general transfer, you're the individual that's getting a transfer to someone else's name or vice versa. You've already obtained the title and you are the new the new owner of the vehicle. And all you need to do is just pretty much fill in the blanks and present the title with your ID, the insurance, and the inspection. Ready to go. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it for the title application. Like I said, if there was something maybe I missed or maybe I didn't communicate better, please let me know. I always want to try my best to communicate this information a lot better. And comment, please like and share this video. And that would really help my business grow a lot more, and also help anybody else that would that is also trying to do this journey, like myself, that does this title transfer for a living. So thank you guys, and I hope I was to the service of you. One last thing before I go: auto transfer. The fee for it, whenever you get your title transferred, it does vary by price. And I've seen the most cheapest I've seen to do or the minimum that I've seen was like 150 to like $800 to do a title transfer alone. Like I said, it just depends on your vehicle, how expensive it is, and you just have to be prepared for everything, guys. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. And like I said, just let me know through comments what you thought about this video. If there's something that I need to also do another video on, please let me know. I will be doing a video of the bonded title process, on how I'll go about with application, and anything else that you may need. So thank you guys. Have a great day. God bless. And till next time.